Okay, in this video we're going to cover this section of the material, maybe down to here. And at the outset I want to say that don't get sidetracked on this code right here. All we're doing is creating a list of random numbers using the NumPy library. We're going to import packages. We're going to import the NumPy package. We're going to declare a variable right here, and we're going to run this function in here, comprehension function, and then we're going to print out the values, right? And that's what we're doing here. And what we also want to do is look at the difference between the way Jupyter formats the output, right? Because here's just outputting with Jupyter and here's outputting with Python native. We want to compare the two outputs there, and that's our point. Our point is not to get focused or sidetracked on this code right here. We're going to talk about these in detail later. The difference, well, I won't even get into that. But the one thing we do want to focus on here is this random and rand_n. These are from the NumPy library. They're methods from the NumPy library, and we're going to reference these again right down here in Jupyter tab completion. So I did want to use that up here so that you could see how we can find these using tab completion. In order to get access to NumPy, we do have to make sure that the package is installed in our directory here. So what you're seeing here, this is the local server upon which Jupyter Notebook is right now running. Now I could shut this down to install NumPy, and then we would have to restart it again. And I guess we could do it that way. Another way to do it is to go and open up a second command prompt. And of course we want NumPy installed into the same folder that we have Jupyter installed in. So let me cd into the desktop. And then from there, I think our file was called, what was it? py_proj. And yep. And then I want to look in that dir directory, see what's in here. Okay, right. Here's our py_venv. This is, we want to run this. Make sure we're inside of our virtual environment when we install NumPy. So py_venv, and if you recall, we have to enter that scripts folder, and we also have to call it that activate.bat file, and that should launch our virtual environment. All right, there it is. We're inside the virtual environment. Now we just want to pip install Python installation package that we got when we installed Python and NumPy. Now I already have it installed here, so when I hit enter, it's going to say, yep, your requirement is already satisfied. But for you, it's going to take a minute to get that installed. And now once it's installed, we can go ahead and use that. So I'm going to move this out of the way, go back to here, and now we can import NumPy as NP. Now NP is an alias. We just simply use this so we don't have to, every time we want to use NumPy, we don't have to type out NUMPY. We can just type out 2 letters instead of 5. So let me run this, and it's going to create, it's going to put in this variable, it's going to put an array of, it's going to put a list of 7 values in here, randomly generated values, and then it's going to print them using the native Python print function. And look at the formatting of this. Uh-oh, did I not run NumPy? Run NumPy first. There we go. Alright, so look, here's a list of keys. Key 0, key 1, key 2, key 3, all the way up to key 6, and here's the value, the key value pairs, right? Look at the way that's formatted. But now that this data variable is populated, we can run it instead of using native Python, using Jupyter's output. And look at the difference. Isn't that nice? See the comparison? You have your keys all aligned, and you have your values all aligned. And it's the same information, it's just formatted in a nicer way. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to point out, I think I already mentioned, was, you know, don't focus too much on NumPy right now, or the methods, or the syntax up here. That's not the point. The point is just to give you an idea of the difference between the formatting, and just to introduce you to NumPy so we can use it in some demonstrations down here in the tab completion section. Okay, that does it for this video. Thank you.